Hello, hello. Let's try this again. Hopefully it's working. I just got to make sure and see if anybody requested to join the group. I don't see any member requests. Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm live. I tried to go live in 2 different groups, which I'm supposed to be able to do here, and it wouldn't work. So I guess I'll test that out later and try to get it to work. But let me know if you can see me and hear me. Hey, Laura. Perfect. Thanks for your patience. All right. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sagittarius season. Today we're going to be talking all about Sagittarius season. We're going to be talking about how to use it for your personal and spiritual growth. We're also going to be, I'll be sharing a Sagittarius spread that I've created. We're going to talk about all the tarot cards associated with Sagittarius. Let me tag everybody too. Hold on. And there we go. How's your electricity, Laura? Is it any better? Okay, so I need to get reset over here. It's your season. When's your birthday, Laura? Hi, Sarah. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm so sorry that I've had technical difficulties, but I think we're good now. I think we're on track. Oh, I'm so glad, Laura. This Friday. Wow. Amazing, Laura. Welcome in, guys. Hello. So today we're going to be talking about Sagittarius season. We're going to be talking about how to use Sagittarius season for your personal and spiritual growth. We're going to be talking about the tarot and how it relates to Sagittarius season. Hi, how are you guys? Hi, Megan. Hi, Maria. Hi, Shar. Welcome in. By the way, above this video, there's a link that you can click on to share your permissions with StreamYard. This will allow me to see your name and I'll be able to pop you up on the screen like this. Welcome in, guys. So yeah, we're going to be talking about all things Sagittarius season above in the description as well. While we're live here right now, you will find a link to the Sagittarius season guide. Go ahead and snag that right now. It'll be available through the duration of the live, and it's for people who are joining us live. If you are in the High Priestess Tarot School, it's also in the portal, and I'll show you where later on in this video. Welcome in, guys. Hi, Rachel. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Any questions before we get started on Sagittarius season? Anything that you hope that I'll be going over today before we get started? Hi, Angel. Welcome in. Kind of already talked about that. So first and foremost, let me talk a little bit about my experience with the melding of astrology, personal growth, spiritual growth, and tarot. Hello. So what I've found is by structuring my focus for my healing on the moon cycles, astrology, and also tarot, what I've found is I'm really able to supercharge my growth and development. And the reason for that is the zodiac has 12 signs. And when you are working with the seasonal energy, so right now we're in Sagittarius season, which means that the sun is in Sagittarius. When you're working with this energy, you get to work with 12 energies throughout the year. So 12 specific focuses for personal and spiritual growth. When you add the full moons in, you get to work on everything twice. And you touch base on everything twice per year, which I think is really magical as well. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Maggie. You found me, Maggie. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. But so anyway, what I found was that by focusing my personal and spiritual growth on the zodiac season, I was able to make huge leaps and bounds. And part of it could have been just the focus of that certain thing. Like maybe if I hadn't intentionally focused on, for example, Sagittarius's adventure, if I hadn't specifically focused on it in Sagittarius season and never focused on it at all through the year, I would have missed out on a really beautiful learning experience. So, what I found is by keeping track of the seasons and possibly even the full moons, you're able to really use this focus for personal and spiritual growth and have more well rounded and expansive growth throughout the year. So, some of the benefits that I've experienced is it allowed me to focus on expansion. So these are specific to Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius season is all about expansion. And I think before I started studying astrology, I thought about goals. I thought about reaching goals, achieving milestones, goals. I was very focused in a much different way. And so it was these sort of materialistic things that I was trying to achieve, even if it was like within myself, it was just like this thing that I was getting. And I think Sagittarius season helped me really understand expansion and growth in a completely different way. So instead of grasping for something outside of myself, I was recognizing something inside myself and expanding into it. So Sagittarius season allowed me to understand expansion, personal growth, and spiritual growth in a whole different way. Another thing of what Sagittarius did for me is it changed my idea of what change is. Instead of getting something or becoming something else, it really helped me recognize that I'm just stepping into different parts of myself. And so Sagittarius season in itself has probably been one of the biggest game changers for the zodiac signs for me, probably out of all of them. Although I'd say Gemini energy, which today at the time of filming, we're in a Gemini full moon. Gemini energy has been huge as well. Storytelling, perception, things like that has been huge in my personal growth as well. Okay, but it also allowed me to learn something new each Sagittarius season. So we're going to be talking about this in a second, but Sagittarius is also about learning new things, philosophy, the sort of growth that comes from learning something new. And so once I started celebrating the seasons and tapping into the seasons, I wanted to learn something every single Sagittarius season, and I wouldn't have learned those things if I wasn't doing this personal growth work. Hi, Danielle. So those are some of the things that I've seen occur for me in Sagittarius season. And if those of you who want to participate in personal growth this Sagittarius season with us, I would love to see what you take out of it. Okay, so Sagittarius season started on November 22nd and it ends on December 21st. These are roundabout numbers because it really does depend on when the sun moves into that part of the sky. So give or take a day or two. These are the dates for Sagittarius season. So some specifics about Sagittarius season. This little guy up here is the symbol for Sagittarius season. It is depicted by the archer. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's passion, energetic, creative, vital movement, spiritual will and drive, get things done quickly, and confidence. We're going to be talking about the tarot and how it relates as well. But the wands are also fire. So Sagittarius is very much like the wand suit in tarot. December 21st is your birthday. Oh my goodness. Are you a Sagittarian or are you a Capricorn? All right. The ruling planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansive growth, higher thinking, abundance, and luck. So the Sagittarius energy has kind of all of these elements to it. Expansive growth, higher thinking about things in a different way, abundance, luck, spiritual will, drive, vitality, creativity, learning new things, adventure, that sort of thing. Okay. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. We talk a little bit about these when I talk about the seasons, and the reason for that is in the context of fall, it's in the middle. So it's in the middle of fall. It's all about, the mutable is at the end of a season. So we're at the end of fall. This is the very last month of fall. After that, we're going to move into winter. At the end of a season, we need a mutable energy because we need it to be able to shift. So we have three qualities. We have fixed, we have cardinal, and we have mutable. Mutable is flexible. So at the end of fall, Sagittarius is going to start out more fallish and end more winterish. So it's a very flexible sign because it must be flexible because of the change of the seasons. It's at the end of the season, so it's all about multitasking, flexible, adaptable, shifting gears, noticing improvements, and updating. So this is a great time to really take a look at what's working, what's not. Taking stock of all of the things in your life and deciding what you're wanting to get rid of and what you're wanting to step into, which is how I understand expansion and change now. It's not about becoming something different. It's about asking yourself, what am I ready to not be anymore? And what am I ready to step into? A part of me that already exists but maybe I hadn't been stepping into yet. It is active, direct, and expressive. Moving on to the personal growth and theme for the season, Sagittarius is all about knowledge, expansion, movement, and travel. So for personal growth, it's all about aligning with your dreams and expansion. So what are you wanting to be, do, or have, and who do you need to become in the process to be that person? Hi, Jarek, Jessica. Hi, Samantha. You're Sagittarius, but you have Capricorn qualities as well. I love that. Welcome in, guys. Okay, so some of the activities you can do for Sagittarius season to celebrate the energy of the season, do something new, maybe take a risk, create a vision board. I know that we're all really busy in Capricorn with our vision boards, but in Sagittarius season, we're so expansive and we can see the bigger picture even better. So this is actually a better time. I'd say the two best times to make vision board are Sagittarius season and Aries season. This is a good time to travel and to make travel plans, to learn something new. So what are you wanting to learn this season? And checking out new things, checking out new interest, new music, things like that. Oh, you're a Sagittarius, Samantha. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Sagittarius guide. You guys can click on the link above if you are watching this live with me. I just have to make this smaller. Okay, yeah, 1 second while I get that pulled up. Okay, the Sagittarius season guide is your guide to living the season. So in the Sagittarius guide, we talk about manifesting your dream. So in all of my seasonal guides, we talk a little bit about the season. We talk about the high vibes of that season, the low vibes of that season, and then a deeper look into that energy. And then I usually give some sort of tips. So the tips in this one are aligning with your dreams. So the first thing is owning your desires. What do you desire? What do you want to be, do, or have? Not only do you have to be really clear about that, but you have to decide that you're ready to step into it. What? Oh, you don't have permission? Is anybody else having any difficulties opening it up? You can just follow along with me for now, Samantha. Okay, so after we own our desires, it's all about exploring our desires. Once we know what we want, we try it out a little bit. We see how it works. We see how it fits. We see how being that person feels for us. We let go of resistance, take small steps, become the future you, and believe that this could be your reality. We have a page here for you to list some affirmations, what you'd like to become, do, or have. We've got the worry journal. Worry is one of the lower vibrations of Sagittarius. So if you see something like that coming up, you can use this journal right here. Here's a little vision board for you to write out some keywords about what you want within that area of your life. And my adventure bingo card. This is really fun to try something new, to do one of these things, a couple of them a week throughout this month. Can be really fun. And then we talk about the full moon in Gemini. By the way, this is today, the day of filming this, so you can read more about the full moon in Gemini. Gemini is all about communication. It's all about your stories and your perspectives. Okay, so we've also got journal prompts, affirmations, a playlist curated by Sid, and a nice little quote here. Here is the tarot spread for the season as well. But in addition to this tarot spread, I'm going to be sharing with you guys another one. So let's move on in the slideshow real quick. Oh, before we do that, I want to show you, if you're in the High Priestess Tarot School and you're watching this as a replay, I wanted to show you where you can find it. Did anybody else try to open the document? Hi, Morgan. Hi, Laura. Hi, James. Okay, so in the High Priestess Tarot School, in the November digital downloads, you're going to find right here the adventure guide, and you're going to find it in letter A4 or A5. So you can go ahead and go there for the download. You got it? Okay, perfect. Let me jump back into the screenshot slideshow. Let's talk about the tarot and Sagittarius. Does anybody know any of the Sagittarius cards in tarot? And does anybody have any questions on anything that I've just covered? Okay, let's get started. So I have in this slideshow Temperance, Wands, some of the wands, yes. Temperance. Anything else? You guys are doing great. Okay, so the Ace of Wands actually encompasses all of the fire signs. So the Ace of Wands is not just Sagittarius, it's also Aries and Leo energy. And it is all about new beginnings and creations, passions. When you think about Sagittarius energy, you think about you need to have a passion for something in order to learn. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think the magician has any zodiac. So when you're thinking about the Sagittarius, you're thinking about creating something new, doing something new, having a risk, having an adventure. And the Ace of Wands is very much the opportunity for that. It's this new passion, this desire, this need or want to do something new, to have some fun. And so the Ace of Wands, like I said, encompasses not just Sagittarius, but all of the fire signs. Also, the Eight of Wands. So remember how I was talking about Sagittarius being about travel? The Eight of Wands, one of the things that it can mean is travel. It's all about speed, momentum, expansion, creation, speeding up. This is very much that fiery Sagittarius, getting things done sort of energy. Next up, we've got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is usually at the point where we've like worked really, really hard for something. So we've worked really hard. We've gained all that momentum and speed. And a lot of times we've probably even gotten hurt along the way. You can see he's got that little bandage around his head. That's because he's worked so hard on something that he wants so much. So the Nine of Wands, we usually have something worth protecting. Um, we've likely sacrificed a lot along the way to get to where we're at, and we're usually willing to keep fighting. And a lot of times I'd say we're very close to having some sort of a breakthrough. And so I really like to think of this as that sort of endurance that the Sagittarius energy has. And then the Ten of Wands is when we have almost gotten there. You know, we've almost finished this creation. We have almost manifested our dream, our goal, and we've sacrificed a lot to get there. We have carried a lot of responsibility and a huge burden. We fought really hard for it. So the Ten of Wands is all about moving to that next step of the journey. And I like to think of each suit as restarting themselves. So after the 10, the 1 comes again, the ace comes again, and then we start all over. And so this is definitely that part where we're ready to push forward to have those new steps. So it's almost like that precipice right before the expansion, right before that big pop where we begin something new. And we've pushed ourselves really hard. So in the context of personal growth and spiritual growth for Sagittarius season, I would say that this is when we have tried to make these changes. We have started stepping into this new version of ourselves, and we have practiced stepping into that new version of ourselves, and we have to practice several times before we become that version of ourselves. So this feels like the precipice between trying and being. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. Any questions about these? Hi, Christina. Okay, 4 more cards that are the Sagittarius energy. These are just like the ace. They encompass all of the fire signs. So we've got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen, and the King. And they're bold, they're brave, they're charismatic, they're leaders. They are sure of what they want, and they go after it. So I feel like not only does the Ace to the 10 summarize the journey of that suit, so creation, fire, passion, drive, whatever we want to create, but the Court does the same thing in a slightly different way. So instead of being about more like tasks and steps along the way, which I think the ace to 10s really are, these are more about who we become along the way. So I really like these Court cards when looking at personal and spiritual growth, because we're starting out with the Page of Wands as curious. Like, we know that we want something different, but we're not exactly sure what. We're willing to give it a try, but we're curious about what could be different for us in our expansion. And then the Knight comes along, and we're starting to shift. We're starting to make the changes. We're starting to get rid of some things we need to get rid of. We're starting to step into some things that we're ready to step into. And we're taking action on who we want to become. And by the Queen, I feel like we've really started to be there. We've really started to see that expansion happen. Yeah, Christina. We're really starting to see that expansion happen, where we're really starting to feel comfortable with the changes that we've made. And then by the time we're at the King, we're super comfortable with all of those changes. We are able to not only be that new version of ourselves, but we're likely to inspire others to be that version of themselves as well. Whether we're doing it from a place of intentional inspiration or just being in that change, we are inspiring others. So that's how Sagittarius energy relates to the tarot. Did I forget the Temperance card? I must have forgot to put it in here. Temperance as well. So let's just talk about the Temperance card. Did you guys need to see it? Or do you know what it looks like? Because I can pull it up. So Temperance is all about balance, but not just any balance. You know, there's so many cards in the tarot that are about balance. The thing that I like to think about that separates Temperance is the balance of energy. It's really about that give and take, not just of energy, but also of like grounding and spirituality. So we've got the energetic give and take and exchange, but we've also got the earth to spirituality balance. And so to me, Temperance really makes me think of Sagittarius energy as being in flow, allowing shifts and changes to happen and occur so that we can figure out exactly what works for us in creating this dream or this goal or expanding into this new version of ourselves. Sometimes we don't know who we need to be to have that result. So we have to try some things out. And I think that it really helps me think about change instead of I need to do this different and so on. Like, it allows me to be fluid with it and try things out. Does that make sense? Any questions on any of those, guys? Okay, so here we have the Sagittarius season spread. And so for this spread, I'd like to start out my season by asking, what is my current energy? So that's a good way to check in with yourself, see what is your current energy. The second card is, how can I remain grounded? Hi, Thea. How can I remain grounded this season? Things can feel really fast and really fiery, so staying grounded can be really useful during Sagittarius season. What is calling for exploration can help you focus your efforts for adventure and exploration. And what would help me align with this dream could help really understand what you need in order to have that exploration. So I'm curious, do you guys want to help me create another spread for Sagittarius season? Is anybody there? Laura's here. Maria's here. Okay. So I'm repurposing the spread, so I copied it. So don't mind any of this right here. What would we like to ask for our spread? What are some ideas that you guys have for number one? I was shuffling my cards. I love that, Christina. I'm gonna put both of them in the group. But if you want, we can do this one together and share our results in the chat if you'd like. Okay, so what should we ask for question number one? Any ideas? So some of the things I really like to do is establish like a baseline. So some sort of question that gives us some sort of insight about our current energy or what we want or need. I like that. How can I balance my energy? What sort of theming do we want for this? Oh, you just woke up, Thea. Welcome. We could make it about adventure. We could make it about growth, expansion. How would we like to theme it? I like that. What can I do to embody an adventurous spirit to learn something new? Where should my focus be? So these feel like they're very adventurous. So I like this. Let's use Laura's question for number 1. What can I do to embody an adventurous spirit to learn something new? Maybe we can ask right before this, what is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? What is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? So now we've asked ourselves, what is something new? And then what can I do to embody an adventurous spirit while learning that new thing, right? Hi, Nick. Yeah, I feel like, Michelle, I love that. And I feel like that's what this number 1 is kind of asking too. Kind of struggling with this here. I don't know why it's doing that with the alignment, but I'll fix it later. Okay, so I like these 2 questions. We've got, what's something new that I'm ready to learn this season? What can I do to embody an adventure of spirit while learning this? To improve my world. Let's pick up Maria's question, which is, how can I balance my energy during this learning period? Okay, how about number 4, guys? What do you guys think? I'd like it to be something that kind of feels like a conclusion. So what is something new that I'm ready? Can you guys see it okay? I can zoom in on the questions too. Okay, so what is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? What can I do to embody an adventurous spirit while learning this? How can I balance my energy during the learning period? Any more ideas? Yeah, I like that, Christina. I think it really rounds out the whole reading, so let's use that. How will what I've learned help me evolve? How does that sound? Okay, do you guys want to do this? I can leave it up on the screen. You guys can read it, all right? I'll leave this up on the screen. Let's all do the 4-card reading. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the cards that come up. I know Christina's got your cards. Is anybody else going to do it? Also, if you're watching the replay, you can feel free to post it in the group. You love this, Maria? Kim's going to do it? I'm glad to see you, Kim. I was worried that you didn't make it over here. And I will drop this spread in the group as well when we're done. You have yours? All right, Maria, tell us. Okay, perfect, Laura. Are you doing it, Yvette? I can share mine with you guys too, but I don't want to get in the way of your thinking process while you're interpreting your own cards. So I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll share mine with you. Okay, Yvette. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about mine now. So for my number 1, I got, what is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? And I got 8. And so, oh, sorry. Let's do this. I got the 8 of Swords, which typically to me feels like overwhelm. It feels like too much. It's funny because in an earlier reading today that I did in the Tarot Practice Academy, I got the 10 of Wands, which feels similar, right? One is overburdening too much responsibility, and one is feeling overwhelmed with so much. And so to me, I feel like this is an invitation to learn how to delegate, which is something that came out in my, yes, that's fine, Yvette, which is something that came out in my earlier reading, is learning how to delegate more, learn exactly what I need to focus on and what I don't need to focus on. Number 2, what can I do to embody an adventurous spirit while learning this? Staying curious. This is the Page of Wands, which is great because this is a Sagittarius card. And this is all about being curious and having fun and trying new things and being ready to take action on these parts. And then also, how can I balance my energy during this learning period? We've got the 4 of Wands, which is all about celebrating. It's all about celebrating ourselves, our accomplishments, what we've done. So to me, it feels like this overwhelm, part of this overwhelm could be not taking enough time just for me to celebrate all that I've achieved and accomplished. I love the 4 of Wands and I get it often. And then the last one, how will what I've learned help me evolve? And it'll help me connect with others and find joy and fulfillment with this 10 of Cups. So I can't wait to read about yours. So I'm going to pop you guys up on the screen. Maria got, if you have any questions about your reading, let me know. Maria got, what is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? The Tower, big changes for Maria. How did you feel about these 2 cards? What was the overarching message you felt like you got, Maria? What can I do to embody an adventurous spirit? Maria got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. Change is coming, Maria. Change is coming. Number 3, how can I balance my energy? The Hermit, some alone time, some introspection. And number 4, how will what I've learned help me evolve? The 7 of Wands, which I love because it's all about evaluation. It's all about, the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is all about putting up those boundaries and making sure to protect what you have worked so hard for. So some changes coming up for you, Maria. Does that resonate for you? Christina, Ace of Swords. So for number 1, what is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? Christina, to clarify, to get clarity. Yes. in the decision to move forward? Yes. Number 2, what can I do to embody an adventurous spirit? 3 of Swords. Not to be a loner, get new company. I like that so much. Yeah. Having people around you. And you got the 3 of Swords or the 3 of Cups. And then number 3, 10 of Wands. How can I balance my energy during the learning period? There's no interpretation here. So what do you feel like the 10 of Wands meant for you, Christina? How can I balance my energy during the learning period? It could be putting down things that aren't working. And then the last one, how will what I've learned help me evolve? The Emperor. Oh, you have to go pick up your kid. No worries. How will what I've learned help me evolve, help you stand in your responsibilities and be a leader? I love that, Christina. It does resonate, Maria. Oh, there's Samantha's. The deck was just upside down when I looked at the bottom. It was right side. How funny. Okay, so Samantha got the Fool. What is something new that I'm ready to learn this season? Do you feel like you've been taking too many risks, Samantha? The Fool reverse could mean that you're going to learn how to have less risky behaviors, possibly, maybe being less impulsive. If it's upright, it could be ready to step into new risks and things like that. Number 2, what can I do to embody an adventurous spirit while learning this? The Queen of Cups. What can I do? I would definitely think that probably isn't reversed because I don't think that the reverse really matches. What can I do to embody an adventurous spirit while learning this? I would read that upright, and I would say the Queen of Cups would be about connecting with others, connecting with yourself, showing yourself and others compassion through this season. Number 3, 10 of Wands reversed. How can I balance my energy during the learning period? Letting go of stuff that's not necessary. And number 4, 9 of Wands reversed. How will what I've learned help me evolve? You got the 9 of Wands reversed. So it looks like protecting what's really good for you. For me, it feels like, for you, did it feel like maybe they shouldn't have been reversed? Because to me, it feels like they should be upright. Let me know what you think. Yeah, do you feel like you are too impulsive, or do you feel like you need to take more risks? Which one resonates more for you? Because it definitely changes the entire reading. But I'd say if you feel like you need to take more risks, you're being encouraged to, to really tap into self-love, love for others, connections with others, let go of what's not working, let go of like heavy burdens that you might be carrying, and to keep protecting everything that you hold dear. And if you feel like you've been too impulsive, I feel like it kind of changes it a little bit to what, if you've been too impulsive, I would say the Queen of Cups could mean you're being invited to look at why you're being impulsive. Is it because you are seeking connection? Is it because you're worried about what other people are going to think about yourself? Are you being really hard on yourself? And that's why you're being impulsive. So I think that the Queen would have a much different meaning here if you felt like that was the way. Let's see if you answered the question. I don't see it. And then how can I balance my energy during the learning period? 10 of Wands. If you feel like you're being impulsive, yeah, it's still going to be the same either way. And then 9 of Wands, still the same either way. I think the only thing that would change for me, if you said that you felt like you were being too impulsive and you're being invited to be less impulsive, would just be the Queen. I would read it a little differently. Usually my plate is overflowing with everything. Yeah, that's good. It sounds like you're already putting down some of that responsibility with the 10 of Wands. Great job. Okay, let's see Kim's. Okay, so Kim has the World, completion. I like that for number 1. Accomplishment, yes. Number 2, what can I do to embody the adventurous spirit? Justice, karma, balance. Number 3, how can I balance my energy? The 5 of Cups. And number 4, how will what I've learned help me evolve, help you with moderation and balance? I love that. And you got the Sagittarius card. Yes, lots of majors and lots of balance. Yes. Okay, who is this? Shar. 6 of Pentacles, generosities, 4 of Wands, celebrate. So what's something new? Generosity, give and take of energy. I love the 6 of Pentacles so much. And honestly, the 6 of Pentacles completely changed the way that I looked at money mindset. And it totally changed my outlook and view on money. What is something new? So that's the 6 of Pentacles. What can I do? You got celebrate. How can I balance my energy? 8 of Cups, walking away. And how will what I've learned help me evolve? The Hermit. Yeah, good ones. Did it resonate? You're so welcome, Samantha. Anybody else want to share? Anybody have any questions on any of their cards and how it might fit in? Oh, we still need to name our spread, guys. What should we name the spread? Any ideas? Hi, Laura. I was just trying to name the spread. How about adventure and learning? Does that work for you guys? Yeah, Maria, you and I, we were thinking the same. All right, guys, you guys have done amazing. Any questions about Sagittarius, Sagittarius season, how to live, how to adjust your life for your personal and spiritual growth during this season? Any questions about the spreads? That Sagittarius feeling. Any questions about anything, honestly? There will be a Q&A in the High Priestess Tarot School this week on Thursday as well. If anybody else has jumped in, I can show you one more time where to find the guide. So if you'd like to download, and you're watching the replay here, if you'd like to download the Sagittarius guide, come into the High Priestess Tarot School, click on November downloads. By the way, these November downloads will only be available for a couple more days, so if you guys have not downloaded them yet, jump in there and do that. I will be posting the spread to Facebook. Yes. I'll also post the spread that's in the slideshow, so you guys will get 2 spreads in a post as soon as we're done here. Any other questions? Oh, I'm so happy you were here, Fia. You're welcome, Sarah. And if you're not in the High Priestess Tarot School, grab the link above for the Sagittarius guide right now, because I will be taking it down as soon as the live is done. You're welcome, Michelle. Hi, Tracy. You're welcome, Kim. Thanks, Maria. Me too. Alrighty, guys. See you next time.